What do you guys know about vanilla?
I mean, it's good in ice cream, I guess.
Yeah, it's really good in vanilla ice cream.
Like milkshakes too? Yeah.
Milkshakes, yeah.
Well, did you know that vanilla is grown on vanilla farms? And in today's podcast, we actually visited one of those farms in a place called Huahine in Tahiti, which is where we are right now. Welcome to the LA Confidential Podcast. We survived the United States and now we are in the South Pacific. And before we do anything else, let's get to your amazing comments from last week.
We're doing comments first now.
Yeah, first. So our question was, what is the largest group that you've ever traveled with? And
Catherine writes, after one unfortunate experience, I ask a lot of questions before signing up for a group. Here's what happened. We signed up with an outfitter to raft the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. On day one, we realized we were with 14 people who worked together and were on a team building experience. It was horrible. I can imagine you're the odd man out, or in this case, the odd woman out.
Two people, so odd couple out.
Yeah.
We've been on some really terrible like group type experiences where we were the only Americans or we were the only people in our, how shall we say, demographic?
Age group.
Do you remember, Aaron?
Of course.
Yeah.
We've been on so many. I think cruise ships are a prime example of that.
Yes.
Right? Everyone else is 50 plus, 60 plus.
More.
Well,
yeah.
in that case, it would be in his age group. It's more like 70 plus.
Well, I'm 29, yeah.
Sorry.
We were in
Forgot.
We were one in New Zealand that was really...
No, it was Australia.
It was Australia, yes.
It was in
Australia.
Tasmania.
That was an interesting experience.
Okay. All right.
We'll get into that one on another podcast.
All right. Tab writes, 100 people in 2 busloads. We were delayed on the road between Eliat and Sharm el-Sheikh shortly before the Sinai went back to Egypt, when a rare rainstorm may have washed out the road. The rain had stopped, but it was too dangerous to continue in the dark. We spent the night finding spaces to sleep at a kibbutz that had one available room given to the bus drivers. Oh, okay. Wow, Tab, that sounds like quite an adventure.
That was very nice of you to let the bus driver sleep.
We've had some interesting accommodations too in our travels where, in fact, we are in a place right now that has some interesting accommodations. We're in like a hotel called what's the name of the hotel?
Mai Tai.
Mai Tai. It's named after a drink, where they have only one bed in the room and there's 3 of us. So it's been interesting.
Melissa writes, after I graduated from high school, I joined 1,000 other kids on a trip to Europe. The group, 2 bands, an orchestra, and some choruses was split into 2, with half starting in London and the other half in Rome. I think we met up in Austria and then proceeded on to either London or Rome, performing concerts along the way. It wasn't the best way to see Europe, although we were able to see many famous monuments and landmarks. But it was a truly wonderful experience with many memorable moments. For example, I'll never forget seeing an outdoor performance of Aida at an ancient Roman amphitheater with live camels on the stage. A few problems, kids, but great memories.
Live camels.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that.
Now, 1,000 kids is probably the largest group.
That's a big group.
That
for sure.
I've ever heard of.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
This week's question of the week is about farm-to-table experiences. These are restaurants or maybe more interesting packages that take you onto a farm and then give you basically their food. So we want to know about your experiences and whether or not it was worth it, because some of these experiences are kind of for shishi markets, as you might put it.
We've had farm-to-table experiences in our travels too, and the interesting thing is that it is a lot of packaging, but you don't really know if you're getting actual farm-to-table food. It's just they say it is, they claim it is, but is it really? So we would love to hear about your farm-to-table food experiences.
So about a week ago, we arrived here on the island of Tahiti Nui. Actually, right now we're in Huahine, but we arrived in Tahiti Nui, and our first experience on the first day, we actually arrived the morning of this, was that we decided to do a whale watching tour. And that was certainly an interesting experience for me. I know, I'll let you guys explain why.
Oh, we should show the picture right away. This is a photo of Aaron About, I would say, half an hour into our whale watching tour,
Yeah.
Aaron does get seasick. We knew that Aaron got seasick, but we didn't know how tall the waves were going to be. And yeah, Aaron, tell us how you're feeling in this picture, please.
Oh yeah, it's just awful. Like you know, your body starts shutting down, and you try vomiting, and it's awful. But that wasn't really the highlight of this.
No, but I have to say that, and in a minute we're going to tell you about some of our travel secrets, but one of the things that we learned is that you don't do any kind of rigorous activity after you've been on a plane for almost 24 hours. And we had actually started the day almost 24 hours before. We had slept a little bit on the plane coming over. We should have known better.
Well, that was for you guys. I slept like a baby when we got over.
You slept on the boat.
Because I had a bad sleep schedule. So when we got over, it was like, oh, nighttime.
Yeah.
And then I just went to sleep like normal.
Well, of course we saw whales on that. I think that there was a mother and a baby. I got some good photos of that. But the day after that, we ended up going on an outrigger canoe. An outrigger canoe, of course, is the traditional Polynesian mode of transport between islands. It's basically like a canoe, and then you have the outrigger part. And it's essentially a sailing vessel. So what did you guys think of that?
Yeah, this was kind of a double hulled. So it had two canoes, and then you could. It had about room for about 6 people.
It was fun for one person, but not really anyone else. Because on those outriggers, they have a dry side and a wet side.
Yeah, and
He got the wet side.
You were on the dry side.
Yeah,
right?
it was pretty fun. Yeah.
Now the thing is that with the whale watching and with the outrigger canoes is that it's not just a lot of marine life that you can see, which is really impressive, but it's also very historically significant. And the Bounty, which was Captain Cook's vessel, came ashore more than 200 years ago, right at the same place where we were. And I'm just going to show you a picture of our hotel. This is Le Tahiti. And that below it is actually the black sand beach. Really impressive. This is black volcanic sand. Really cool. So you get history, you get marine life. Very impressive. Very, very beautiful.
So on the third day when we were in Tahiti Nui, we did an inland safari. So these are the kinds of trucks that you get in, and they have like 2 benches on either side. And basically they'll take you down a bumpy road, usually to some far off location. In this case, we just went inland. The island of Tahiti Nui is, there's a volcano, an old volcano. It's not active anymore, but it's a very interesting trail inward, and there are lots of waterfalls and interesting things to see. What did you guys think of that?
Yeah, it was bumpy.
Yeah, it was very bumpy. The road up. It goes up.
They call it the bumpy massage road.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the interesting things we're writing about sustainability is 40% of all the power in Tahiti Nui comes from hydroelectric. So there's a lot of dams, waterfalls, dams, hydroelectric stations, etc. But you get to the top, and then there's this mountain, and we have a picture of it right here. This is actually the mountain that was used. The Hollywood scouts came and saw this, and they used this for King Kong. So if you look very carefully, you'll see this is the mountain that King Kong was he came from, and maybe
they modeled it after the mountain.
Yeah, they modeled. Well, anyway, that was kind of the highlight. But then one of the other highlights too was this temple, and they told us a very interesting story about sacrifices. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they do human sacrifices.
Not anymore.
Well, he told me that they were going to sacrifice
I would make an exception. Yeah, they did. They used to do human sacrifices many, many years ago.
I feared for my life.
Yeah.
He kept telling me, "I'm going to."
You're next. Anyway, that was. The inland area was really interesting. Not a lot of tourists get there. They usually hang out around the outside and do the water thing. But if you get a chance, do go inland because it's fascinating. Very historical. They have a lot of temples. It's really awesome.
And eels.
Yeah.
They showed
feed
some
the
of the eels.
Yes.
You can feed the eels.
Feed the eels.
They actually pop right up out of the water. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So after that, we went to the island of Raiatea. We were in Raiatea, and we met up with someone who is doing a farm stay, which is why I asked that for the question of the week, actually.
Right.
Vicky.
Auntie Vicky. And she not only does the farm stay, but does the farm table. She's got an interesting backstory.
Yeah.
So she decided to move to the mountains after she got sick, and then built this place where she was, planned to spend the rest of her life. And over time, developed this kind of holistic, healthy lifestyle. And people started hearing about it, and they wanted to come and learn from her. So she would cook vegan food, and they would do meditation, and then she built a little cabin where people could come and spend the night. So that's what we did. We went up there and we did a cooking class with her.
Yeah.
What did you think of the cooking class, Hayden?
Well, I didn't do very much cooking. Aaron did most of the cooking.
Well, we actually we have a picture here of what you actually did while you were there.
It was pretty good.
You hung out with the puppies.
Yeah, the puppies were adorable.
Oh, they were so
there was also a
cute.
cat there.
Yes.
And actually, at the end, she was like, this cat really likes Americans. Apparently, that cat was not very friendly before we got there.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's a great
cute
cat.
dogs,
Yes.
cute cats,
Yeah.
and the vegan food tasted good.
It was. She is
Yeah.
really quite good, and
She's
she
very good.
and she showed us how to make her famous. What was the salad with that? It had all kinds of
Avocado
fruit,
mango.
avocado,
Yeah.
pineapple, whatever. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was excellent. Yeah, yeah.
So from Raiatea, we took a ferry, a very bumpy ferry ride to Huahine, which is where we are now, and that is where we land at our vanilla experience.
Oh.
So we decided to do another safari with our guide Joe, or Hosato. I think it's Hosato.
Everyone calls him Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, and he took us to a vanilla farm. where they-
Josito.
Josito.
His name's Josito.
Yeah.
I thought it was Hosato.
Josito. Sorry.
We did so many things with Joe today, but
He was very nice.
The vanilla was the highlight
Yeah.
of it because we had never been to a vanilla farm.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Joe was
But-
very friendly. The first time I met with him, he was like, it's a beautiful day out today. You see all the sun in the sky. It's
Yeah,
all
he had
so
a lot of
beautiful."
enthusiasm.
Very
sure, yeah.
enthusiastic about having a good time, playing the ukulele, and drinking beer. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Class. And he comes up to you, and the first thing he does is like, hey, how's it going, bro?
Yeah. Things we never knew about vanilla, but we're afraid to ask, something like that. Vanilla is the only edible orchid.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
But vanilla is also...
I didn't even know it was an orchid.
It's an orchid, yeah. It's well, you can see it. It's like a yellow flower, but it's also very picky, very finicky.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't have the right bee to pollinate it, you have to pollinate it yourself by hand, which is it can be a little tricky, as Joe was telling us.
Yep.
But there's also other things. I mean, Aaron, we discovered all kinds of fascinating things about vanilla, didn't we?
Yeah. So vanilla takes 90 days between the point that you actually fertilize it and the point that it is ready to be going through the drying process and actually cured. I think that's what it's called. In any case, so when you're curing vanilla, the way that you do it is you have to dry it 2 times a day, and then you save it, and you have to also massage the vanilla beans. Once they're done drying, you can sell them, and they sell for like $1 a gram. Something
it's
like
very
that.
expensive.
Very expensive.
And he was also telling me about the difference between Madagascarian vanilla
Yes.
and Tahitian vanilla.
Yeah.
And in Madagascar, apparently they boil it and they don't massage it, and they also don't have a good
Yeah,
time.
you have to massage it. Yeah.
And he was like, the good time is the most important part. If you're not having a good time, the vanilla doesn't taste as good.
Yeah.
I was like, Josito, maybe I should become a vanilla farmer.
Yeah. No, I want to become a vanilla farmer.
He's like,
too.
I got a ukulele with your name on it.
He says that you work 2 hours a day, and you harvest because the vanilla the flowers only bloom for a few hours per day, and then the rest of the day you hang out, you play ukulele, and you drink beer. And I thought, you know what, I could get used to that. That's I got to start drinking beer again.
Yeah.
So you had 10 secrets about vanilla. I would love to hear those.
I did.
No, okay. All right, go for it.
So, 10 secrets about vanilla, guys. Okay? So, secret number 1. Did you know that vanilla ice cream is flavored primarily with vanilla bean?
No, I didn't.
Secret number 2. Did you know that an ice cream cone has vanilla in it? It has vanilla ice cream, which has vanilla in it. Secret number 3. An ice cream sundae. It has vanilla ice cream in it, which has vanilla bean.
Vanilla.
Secret number 5. Baked Alaska.
Vanilla.
Can you guess
Vanilla.
where I'm going with this?
Okay, I think five is probably enough.
Baked Alaska has vanilla ice cream in it, which has, get this, vanilla bean.
Okay.
Secret number 6.
No more, please, please. No more.
Ice cream milkshake. I bet you guys didn't know this, but a milkshake has vanilla ice cream in it, which has, get this, vanilla bean inside of it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that's very good. All right.
We need to move on.
Sorbet, but vanilla flavored.
Moving on. Moving along.
It's sorbet, but it has vanilla in it.
Okay.
We also saw a pearl farm today. So, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah,
cool.
Aiden got a little chatty there with his friend here, who was showing all.
Yeah, they were showing me all the different types of pearls, and how some of the pearls are like uneven, and those are the natural ones, and people like the natural ones that don't have like any core. But usually, when you get a pearl, you put a core in it. And I also found out that all the cores that they use, they have to be perfectly round to make sure that it's round when it comes out of the muscle. And all of those cores come from the Mississippi River, because they need to have that special type of muscle that goes into the oyster that then can produce the round pearl. And also, when they put the round circle thing from the Mississippi River inside of it, they put a little piece of the shell from another oyster, and depending on the color of the shell of that oyster on the inside, then it can make the pearl a different color. So she was showing like different oysters. One was like gold, and one was silver, and one was white, and she was like, you put them in, you put the black part of the oyster in, but then the inside has that color. So you don't actually know when you see it from there, but if you put that in the oyster with the base, then it'll come out in a different color. And I was like, what the heck, dude, I didn't even know this. Like, they come out with different colors like that, depending on the shell that they put inside of it. So I was like, that's really cool. And that's all to say that oysters are really finicky, and in order to get good jewelry from them, you gotta do a lot of things. And sometimes they don't always turn out the way you want them. Sometimes they look weird and like pear-shaped, and sometimes they're perfectly round. And that's okay, we're all made different.
So, ending this podcast off, that was all we did today, so that was the last thing. We want to tell you our secret from basically the past 7 to 8 days that we've been here. It's been about a week now. And we've learned a lot from this experience. There's a lot that we didn't expect, and I think that if you want to survive in Tahiti, you definitely want to pay attention to what we have to say here. What are our survival tips for Tahiti, French Polynesia?
I think that this is a general survival tip, which is you're going to deal with some food insecurity when you're in a place like Tahiti. This is French Polynesia. They like having late breakfasts, long lunches, and late dinners. And so if you're not on that meal schedule, you're going to experience severe food insecurity. So my recommendation is that before you leave, you head over to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or Kroger's or whatever your grocery store is, stock up on your favorite high-calorie foods, because you're going to need them. Otherwise, you're going to end up going to dinner and you're going to be like starving, which is what happened to us.
Not you guys, because they fed us. Because I ate the non-vegan food that they fed us.
And do you have any survival tips?
I'd still bring food just because I like snacking.
You would, yeah.
And also in Tahiti, like in France, they prefer to speak French. So maybe learn a little bit of French.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were talking to this guy who's one of the tour guides, and then there was us, and then there was a French group. And he was like, yes, guys, so you go up this hill, and then you get to see the crazy place. You get to see the temple. And I was like, okay, cool, we're going to go up this hill. And then he turns back around to the French tourist. He's like, what the fuck? It's a party in here. I was like, if we just learned French.
Well, they speak French here, but they also speak a little Tahitian.
Yeah.
And so at least learn how to say hello.
Yeah, if you speak English, it's normal. If you speak French, it's a party. If you speak Tahitian, it's a
real
rave.
party. Yeah.
It's a rave.
Right.
I'm talking Berlin rave.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
How about you, Aaron? What are your secrets?
I think that both of your secrets basically cover it all. You want to make sure that you have enough food because food here is expensive. On the island we're on, there's one grocery store, And also, there are lots of places that only want cash. Luckily, you can check, though, on Google Maps whether they take credit cards or not, which is important to know, of course. So basically, make sure you have enough food and then also be able to communicate. So even a little bit of French is going to help you in the long run. Also, knowing a little bit having visited France will maybe help you set your expectations as to how people are going to behave around here as well, because it's very French, being honest.
Don't forget our question of the week, which is, tell us about your best or worst farm-to-table experience. We want to hear all about the food and whether it was any good or not, or whether it was authentic. So we will read your comments in the next podcast. We will be in the South Pacific still next week, so we're looking forward to seeing you. We'll talk to you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.